What's the most unreasonable your parent has ever been? My mom snapped when she saw the cleaning supplies scattered across my bedroom floor. Your room is a pigsty. You're making the whole house look filthy, she screamed, pointing at the mop bucket I'd left by my door while I was scrubbing baseboards. That's it. You're banned from all common areas until you learn to stop spreading your mess everywhere. Kitchen, living room, bathrooms, all off limits. Contain your disaster to your own space. I tried explaining I was mid-deep cleaning the house, but she wouldn't hear it. Look at this chaos. Rags everywhere. Bottles of cleaner on every surface. You're a walking tornado. All right, fine. I moved all my cleaning supplies into my room, put away the vacuum I'd been using on the stairs, and retrieved my mop from the hallway. My dad backed her up. Maybe this will teach you some discipline. Just stay in your room and stop messing with the house. I guess they must have been drunk on power because they forgot that I was the only one who cleaned our house while they lounged around. And them blaming me for the mess told me exactly how grateful they were. None. So I complied with their request and waited for the chaos to unfold. Within 3 days, the kitchen sink overflowed with dishes growing fuzzy green mold. You must have broken the dishwasher before your ban, my mom yelled through my door, refusing to acknowledge that she'd never learned how to run it. The trash overflowed into 3 bags beside the can, attracting flies. My dad complained I'd trained them wrong on garbage day, even though I'd been the only one taking it out for years. When he tried making spaghetti and forgot about it for 2 days, the pot grew white fur. Your cooking supplies are so disorganized, I couldn't find the timer. He blamed me, despite the timer being on his phone. Then my mom's smoothie exploded because she forgot to put the blender lid on, coating the ceiling in pink goo that dripped for days. By week 2, the bathroom had sprouted black mold in the corners because no one replaced the toilet paper, and my parents just used towels. Why didn't you stock up before your ban? My dad demanded. They kept forgetting to buy more because that had always magically appeared. I was the one stocking everything. The living room became a monument to their laziness. Pizza boxes stacked like a leaning tower, beer cans covering every surface, and a half-eaten cake attracting ants. This wouldn't happen if you hadn't made us dependent on you, my mom declared, stepping on chips that embedded in the carpet, turning it from beige to gray-brown. Then came week 3, and everything went very, very wrong. I woke from a nap with a crushing headache. Through my door, I heard my parents stumbling around, slurring words and arguing. Mom kept saying she felt drunk. Dad was mumbling about being tired. Then I smelled it, that rotten egg stench they add to gas. My blood went cold when I realized what was happening. I burst out of my room and saw them collapsed on the couch, barely conscious. Dad's repair on the stove from earlier had made it so it was always leaking gas. And the worst part was that the kitchen was full of lit candles. Get up and run outside now, I yelled, but they were too gone to understand, and not like they'd listen to me anyway. So I got creative. Free money. The neighbors are giving out hundreds, but only for the next minute. Mom's eyes focused. Money? Where? I dragged them both, practically carrying Dad outside while lying through my teeth. Yes, hurry! They're counting down the bills. We stumbled onto the lawn. I was pulling out my phone to call 911 when the kitchen window flashed white. The explosion threw us into the grass. Glass went everywhere and one got stuck in my leg. The entire back half of the house just gone. The fire marshal said the gas concentration in the kitchen would have killed them in another 10 minutes even without the explosion. The candles were one breath away from igniting it anyway. My parents, lying on the grass watching their house burn, turned to me. Why didn't you check the stove before your ban? This is what happens when you don't finish your chores. Just shut the F up, was my only response.